If there's one thing I've always found fascinating and fundamental, it's the nature of adventure. This may sound ambiguous, but shouldn't it be anyways? All throughout high school, there were a few questions I always had. What am I going to do with my life? What classes should I take? What college should I go to? The last question was never truly answered, and I was never sure about my decision. I had to decide between multiple offers, from the proximity and weather of Santa Clara University, the diversity and courses of Syracuse, and the interesting offer of being sent away from Northeastern by Northeastern. I initially dismissed the latter option, owing to the belief that I simply wasn't ready to travel abroad. As anyone from my hometown, and quite frankly most of the people I've met here, will tell you, I was barely ready to go to college, and barely ready to live by myself. Humorous irresponsibility is a trademark running gag of mine, and spending a semester abroad was almost certain to affirm this. How on earth was I going to live in a foreign country by myself? Then I decided, everyone spends their entire life falling uncontrollably, but as Buzz Lightyear once said, flying is just falling with style. I decided the NUin program presented another bolt in the wing for me, so I accepted its offer, and it's been the best offer I've ever taken. Even with globalized communication and the shared Anglo-centric history between both America and Ireland, moving to Ireland as a freshman was unlike anything I ever would have expected doing. Despite my aforementioned affinity to gaffing, I soon learned that remembering to eat and do laundry were not nearly as daunting as expected, and basic responsibilities are only hard to do the first time, unless you count the time I forgot my laundry in the dryer for about 3 hours. As expected, moving seemed strange at first, with tours of the city and general confusion about new surroundings. But as with any adventure, home is found quickly. I soon learned that living from home isn't nearly the obstacle it would seem as. My roommates, who consisted of 2 other native Southern Californians and a really chill French third year, instantly got along, and soon Dublin became not so much a place I read about on Northeastern's website, and more of a place of adventures and stories. Oh, the stories. If there's one thing the NUin program promotes, it's memories. From trips across the country to Galway, to hectically trying to stay afloat while surfing, to awesome hikes and bike rides, to a 10-hour cross-city scavenger hunt with prizes and such, this semester is certainly not one to be forgotten. Besides the obvious adventure aspects, we were still in school technically, and such had classes, and even NUin assigned service learning projects. I was initially worried about my courses, but eventually learned they were among the best I've ever taken. UCD's state-of-the-art facilities make labs all that much more fun. The professors are far from that one teacher we know is only there because he can't be fired for legal reasons. The service learning project completed the adventure, as each member was paired with a specific service learning project, whether it be accompanying a nursing home or holding dialogues with non-English speakers. My specific assignment was teaching at the St. Columbanus National School, a school roughly at the level of late elementary or early middle school. My role was to team up with 4 others, and we would go to the school on a bi-weekly basis to show the students simple scientific experiments. If there's one thing I learned from my service learning, it's that the simple things are the most fun, and of course, working at any school is hilarious. The principal was one of the coolest people I've ever met, and the children weren't nearly as annoying as I thought they'd be. This provided its own adventures, such as epic straw battles between me and a team of younger kids, hopping on a random bus and running half a mile just to get a package of straws, and countless others. Besides academics and NUin-sponsored events, the students are trusted and allowed to explore the world on their own, whether it be the UK, continental Europe, or even Northern Africa. I'm pretty sure someone went to Morocco. Even when NUin's adventures aren't enough, we had the option to make our very own journeys. Looking back, the bad, such as my apartment's notoriously abysmal hygiene and so much rain, are completely overwhelmed by the good, ranging from chasing sheep to my teammates practically dying from the 10-hour scavenger hunt after walking across the city at least 4 times. From missing a question in front of 300 students in calc on the first day, to talking about Santa to a 10-year-old towards the middle, to realizing I now had too much weight in my luggage, NUin redefines the definition of first semester, and by the end of it, I learned that living independently is far from terrifying, and something I managed to do while maintaining my proneness to err. As we all know from any book or movie, the plot can't happen if the protagonists never even leave their houses. If there's one thing I've learned from this program, it's that home is wherever on earth you love to be. Why not just love it all?
If there's a maker up above, then why